Well, poisonous water? Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of mine, and today we're going to be starting off the first episode of a series of me looking at some glorious Minecraft mods for Minecraft Java Edition. Currently we're running the latest version, which is 1.15.2 I think, if I recall that correctly. I can't be able to look back at it now because we're already in and going, but yeah. So first mod we're going to be looking at today is going to be the security craft mod. So the security mod is a very cool mod because it allows you to do many things to do with security systems, basically keeping your base safe, anything safe, just safety. Yeah. So I guess first thing we can start off with is well, I have a base here that I've made for this video, and as you see, there's some interesting stuff there and up there too. But before we get into that, there's this very interesting fence around it, around the entrance of it, and I will demonstrate how this fence works. And well, if I get this egg here, flip. Let's just get this spawn egg from the creative menu, because apparently I can't get that, because I made this with intent of going survival mode, which I will do in a bit, for something I'll show you in a bit, that is. But yeah, the fence. So this fence is very special, fence, because if we put spawn in a cow, and for example, you didn't want cows going on your land or anywhere near your base, if this cow will, you see, this is an electric fence, this is, and it can be used as quite a painful torturing device. I'm not sure if you can use it on other players, but it seems to work on mobs and animals. That is, as you can see right here, the remains of a cow which lived for a couple of seconds. Actually, no, minutes, because Minecraft time is different to real life time. So another thing is this thing here, which is a mine, and I'm not going to try to take it unless I... we'll do this instead. You just middle click on the item in the item frame, and it actually works. That's actually genius. Why did I not think of that before? Like, what? Okay. Anyway, so this is mine. Mines can be placed anywhere on a flat surface. And basically what mines do, if a player or mob or animal decides to walk close or near onto it as such, like this zombie here, well, there we go. So the mob touches it, and then basically it explodes. A bit like a creeper or TNT. However, I've noticed something different, is that you can probably see that it creates quite a bit of a fire as well, which is a bit different which is the difference between TNT as such. Back to this electric fence. Now there's actually an electric fence gate, which does exactly what the electric fence does. However, it enables you to walk through it. But if you right click on it like we do with any other fence gate, it won't do anything. And that's why we have this thing here down here, which is actually exactly the same as that thing there, that we'll go into a bit. It's actually a keypad. I've got hidden in the floor, and the password for the gate, as it's connected to, in this case it's 123. I would suggest such a more complex and advanced passcode in your world, or if you're on a server or something, that you definitely need a complex passcode, otherwise you'll get people trying to get into your base, and it wouldn't be very nice, because you get a lot of griefing and bad stuff going on. So yeah, once we've got in to our lovely base, we've up here is actually quite a new item in this mod, and it is a it's actually like a light. Well, in the modern world we call them Pir Sensor Lights. You have them like outside or in your garden shed, garage, whatnot, stuff like that. So if I change this to night, and it'll probably be better if we go back out here, and then I can show you better. So there is a little light because there's something on the inside of the base which doesn't emit light, but we'll get into that later. But if I go back into the compound, I guess we'll call it, it suddenly gets a bit brighter, and that's because that light is turning on and censoring us moving around. If I probably go to here, basically if you walk for I think it's over there distance wise, the light will turn off until you come back into its range, which is about here, and it'll turn back on as you saw earlier. Anyway, up there is another item in this mod, and it's called a security camera, and that can be monitored from an item called the security camera monitor, but we'll get into that later, because now we'll be enter inside with another keypad to a well, this is an iron door, but it's a special iron door. If you notice that there's like an X down here, and that means that this is a this type of iron door can only be broken or edited by the player who placed it here. So if you're on a server, modded server, only you or the person who placed it there can remove it. I believe other players can open it if they have like the redstone or keypad in this case. But yeah, the only player who placed it here can remove it, unless you get an admin who has another special item called, in fact, what is it? It's the, I think it's a universal block modifier, but it's actually called a reinforced iron door. And you can get these things called universal block reinforcer. That means you can do the same kind of thing with door to any other block. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go in here and get the next part into my base. So, what do we have here? We have lava, or we have water. Well, what do you think would be the best way to get inside? Obviously, the person who wants to attack your base and get whatever's inside, like diamonds or emeralds or whatnot, something good like that, they would obviously go through water route. So let me quickly change myself into survival, because something very interesting happens. So someone would come in and go, I need to quickly get in and get the jewels or whatnot. Why do I call them jewels? Diamonds or emeralds. And they'll go probably through the water route, but oh no, that is actually poisonous water, as it says LordEddington fell into poisonous water? Yes, this is actually poisonous water. Let me quickly go back into creative mode now. Right, we're back, and we just died by walking into poisonous water. Oh, that's our other stuff. So yeah, so the actual way to get across this is to go through lava, and as you can see, it does not. I do not take damage. However, what is weird is that I do seem to burn a bit afterwards. So be wary of that. Make sure you've got a good health on you, or a full hunger bar. So once we've got across our fake lava, we have something very similar to what was on that door over there. However, this time it's not a keypad. This time it's actually a key card reader. And if you try to click on it, it won't do anything. But in this briefcase, which is another item included with the security craft mod, that we have to put in a passcode here for this. And the passcode for now is 1234. Should put in this combination lock kind of thing, which is pretty cool. We have different levels of keycard. Let's put this in our hotbar here. So we've got a level 1 keycard, a level 2 keycard, and we've got a level 3 keycard, level 4 keycard, and a level 5 keycard. That is not what I was meant to do. Alright, so if I remember, I have set this up to be level 3 keycard and above. So this keycard reader will only accept keycards with a level 3 and above. So level 1 keycard won't do anything, level 2 keycard won't do anything, level 3 card will open the door, and so will level keycard 4, and so will a level 5 keycard. So you get what I mean, sort of thing. That's not what I was meant to do, but okay. So anyway, let's use a level 4 keycard because that works to get in. And in through here, we have an extra little thing, which is not overly necessary, but it's in the mod. So as I put here, press an emergency only. This big red button here, which is a panic button, as it's called. So if we press this panic button, it sets off quite a loud siren alarm. And this is basically just a redstone button, which unlike the other buttons, which only emit redstone for a couple of seconds, this one is constantly on once you press it. Unless you press it again, then it turns off. And this is just wired up outside with a bit of redstone to the siren, which is just next to it as well. I'll show you that a bit later how it works. But so we're in here, and here we have a password protected chest, which is 1, 2, 3, I believe, and there's our diamonds, which are secured nicely in this password protected chest through this keycard door, through the interesting way of getting through the hallway there, and then a password protected door there, and a password protected electric fence. Anyway, I bet you've been waiting for how about these security cameras, which are probably one of the main coolest things in this mod. So in this item frame here, there is a camera monitor. And this camera monitor is currently hooked up to the cameras on my base. So if we go to camera 1, which is the camera, which is this camera here. That's camera 1, and then this one over here is camera 2, and then there's one on the outside where the fence was, which is camera 3. So this is camera 2, the other one looking behind, and you can use WASD to move the camera head around so you can see. And then we've also got plus and minus to zoom in and out like that. And then if we come out of here, back on here, and go to camera 3, we'll see our outside camera. You're able to see lots of stuff like, that skeleton over there who's probably looking how to get into my base and steal the diamonds, or I don't know. So yeah, that's how the main parts of security mod works, and let me quickly show you some other cool things. So jump cut. So before we get into anything else, as I said, here is the alarm setup here, which the panic button is just on the other side of this obsidian block right here, and then we got a dot of redstone here, and then the siren. And another thing about the cameras, if you didn't notice earlier when I had the monitor on, is that you can set a redstone trigger. You can set a redstone signal to be triggered off one of these. Now I did try setting it up, however I didn't get it to work. So that'll be something to look into if you have this mod. I bid you try and get it to work. So last couple of items I wanted to show you were these, which are dirt mine, cobblestone mine, diamond ore mine, and a furnace mine. And there's a couple of others, such as a gravel mine, sand mine, stone mine, and yeah, basically. So for example, if we put down diamond mine, it looks like a usual diamond ore block, but if someone was to try to break it or mine it, basically it would end up like this. So it explodes, sets the place on fire, and I think it's actually worse than the normal mine. So that's quite a pretty powerful way to put someone off track of stealing, or to even prank someone, although it's kind of mean prank. Maybe to, yeah, put someone off one's clues or something. We've also got track mine, which is pretty interesting. So if you had like tracks, and let's say if you're the one going to steal something and the owner sees you like building out like a possible minecart railway system, and they'll go, gotta remove that. They'll try and remove it, and okay, well, ignore what I said then. I believe how this works is, I would assume, I haven't actually tested this, as you can tell. Do I put a minecart on it? Okay, so if someone attempts to use it, then the whole place explodes, basically. Oh, like that. Jeez, these are pretty powerful mines. Damn, I did not realize they were that powerful. So, last couple items to look at are the Bouncing Betty, which I believe spawned a skeleton horse here. I thought it bounced in the air, but okay. So it disappears for a bit and then explodes, basically. So if you want to mine like that, which doesn't go off instantly, but gives you like a second delay, there's the Bouncing Betty. And then a couple of last couple items. Password protected furnace, which I believe you put a password in, and you need to type in the password to use the furnace, basically. So that's pretty good. And then we've got retinal scanner, which is a bit like the keypad and the key cards. This time you walk up to it, and the retinal scanner sees the owner who made the door and placed the scanner there, and it says down here hello, and then the owner, so hello LordEddington for me, and then triggers a redstone signal which will open the door so I can come into my base. Basically like that. And then last but not least we have code breaker, which I am said to believe will allow me to bypass any security. Like usually I would need to put in the code, like oh, I'm like an owner or admin of like the server or world or something, and we need to get into for emergency, use code breaker, and we can go straight through. Now here's something interesting. I guess because I'm in creative mode it wouldn't matter too much. I don't know. It'd be nice if you could use like the code breaker on like the fake lava and water. That would be pretty interesting, but you can use it on the... Oh. But you can't use it on a keycard reader. That is interesting. Alright. Let's say that owner was in creative mode and the base owner forgot to reinforce their obsidian so they could just remove the blocks. This don't look at that right now, that's nothing. So yeah, code breaker, you can open up the chest instantly to see like if a player had stolen diamonds or such, but you know, so yeah, that was the security craft mod. Hope you liked watching me look at it. Next video, we'll be doing the Aether mod. We'll be looking at some great Aether portals and seeing where they go. I believe they go some pretty interesting places, so look out for that video. Anyway, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. In fact, leave me a comment about how good this video was, because this is my first mod review. And it'd be good to know what you thought of it. Maybe some other mods I can look at, or how to improve the video, or anything. Just leave it in the comments if you want to tell me anything. Anyway, see you in the next video. Have a good one.